Adhir Chaudhary, the information we have is that your party, the Congress leaders who've so far been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate, including Mr. Rahul Gandhi, have maintained that Mr. Motilal Vora was the authorized signatory for all transactions between AGL and Young Indian. Is this the line of the party? Is the Congress saying here that Mr. Motilal Vora was the authorized signatory?
Basically, what we are alleging for the last couple of years has been proved true is because the interrogation inside the ED office is being diverged, first of all. I firmly deny this, planted story because Rahul Gandhi has not so far been covered down by the BJP party-led atrocities committed upon him through the instrument of ED and others. Now they are trying to plant a story in order to further drive the wedge in the Congress citadel. The truth is that the ED is being directed, the ED is being run remotely by PMO and HMO office. That is why the leak is being.
So then you're saying, sir, you're saying this is a planted story, yes, sir? If it's a planted story, then is the Congress saying here very clearly that it's not true? Then that Motilal Vora, sir, according to the Congress, is not the authorized signatory?
No, it is not only planted story. They are trying to drive a wedge in the Congress citadel because they are unable to prove any wrong committed by Rahul Gandhi. For last 3 consecutive days, he has been undergoing inexplicable tormentation by the ED. However, they failed to convince the people of our country that Rahul Gandhi has been involved in any kind of unethical transaction. So that is why now they are trying to plan story again to tarnish the image of Rahul Gandhi as well as Congress party.
Okay, so you're saying that this is a planted story.
So
then, sir, you're saying, you're reiterating that. So let me ask my question.
How they would have got the information if ED is not run by them? Then how?
Point taken, Mr. Adhir Chaudhary.
It is clearly substantiate our argument that ED is being run by PMO.
Mr. Adhir Chaudhary, you have to give me the opportunity to ask you a question, sir. Okay, you're saying it's a planted story by the Enforcement Directorate. Does the Congress then say that it's not true that Motilal Vora is the authorized signatory?
See, these are the issues that are depicted by our AICC headquarters. You just get to know from them what are the nitty-gritty of this kind of a transaction, as has been trying to put. My simple question is, for the last 3 consecutive days, how many questions have been left in their treasury? I do not know. Still they are not satisfied. Again, tomorrow Rahul Gandhi has been summoned. It is clearly indicates that there is some sorts of political vendetta being carried out by the BJP party in order to tarnish the image of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi as well as Congress party. This is clearly established by this kind of heinous game.
Sir, your party has been maintaining that Young Indian is a not-for-profit company, and the Enforcement Directorate essentially is asking, where's the proof? Has there been any charitable cause that Young Indian has contributed to? Will Mr. Rahul Gandhi tomorrow, Mr. Adhir Chaudhary, please let me finish my question, sir.
Everything has been spelled out very clearly.
Sir, let me finish my question. Will Rahul Gandhi tomorrow, sir, when he appears before the ED tomorrow, Mr. Adhir Chaudhary,
nobody should indulge in any kind of distortion.
Mr. Adhir Chaudhary, please let me finish my question. Sir.
Government also, for the last 3 consecutive days, ED had got all kind of information.
Okay, Mr. Adhir Chaudhary,
because their single agenda is to tarnish the Congress party.
Okay, so then in that case, do you believe?
Not to unearth any on
Okay,
illegal or
sir,
illegal
let me ask my
transaction.
question. Again, let me ask my question, sir. Do you believe that the Congress will come out clean in this? Rahul Gandhi is expected to provide evidence of Young Indian being a not-for-profit company. Is that something that your party will be able to provide? Because the ED says that there's been no charitable cause that Young Indian has invested in. Mr. Adhir Chaudhary has disconnected the call there, but you heard the Congress leader there continuing to maintain that the Enforcement Directorate is targeting their leader, is targeting Rahul Gandhi. Didn't take most of my questions there, but he's essentially putting out one message, that the Congress believes that all of these are planted stories. One specific question was asked about whether then the Congress is denying that Motilal Vora was the authorized signatory, to which of course we didn't get any of those answers.